Most men completely miss the signs when a woman becomes emotionally attached. She's not going to come out and say it directly. Instead, she'll show you through subtle behaviors that most guys overlook. By the end of this video, you'll recognize the 10 psychological signs that reveal she's genuinely emotionally invested in you. Let's decode what she's really telling you. Welcome back to Behind the Mind, where we decode human psychology and relationship dynamics. Today we're revealing the 10 signs that a woman is emotionally attached to you, signs backed by psychology and behavioral science. Here's what most men don't understand. Women show emotional investment differently than men expect. While you're waiting for grand declarations, she's communicating attachment through dozens of subtle behavioral changes that reveal how she feels. The psychology is clear. Emotional attachment creates specific behavioral patterns. When a woman becomes emotionally invested, her actions, priorities, and communication all shift in measurable ways. These 10 signs are based on attachment psychology, relationship research, and behavioral patterns. If you're seeing multiple of these, she's emotionally attached, whether she said it out loud or not. Let's break down what you need to recognize. Sign 1. She consistently initiates contact with you, not just responding, but actively reaching out to start conversations. The psychology: when women are emotionally attached, they think about you frequently. That mental preoccupation translates into wanting to connect, leading to consistent initiation. What this looks like: she texts you first regularly, not just responding. She sends you random things throughout the day. She reaches out even without a specific reason. She checks in to see how you're doing. She shares things that reminded her of you. The research, studies on attachment show that emotionally invested people have increased cognitive preoccupation with their partner, leading to more frequent contact initiation. Why it matters: women have busy lives, work, friends, family, obligations. If she's consistently choosing to spend time with you over other options, that's significant. What you'll notice: good morning texts from her, random memes or articles she thinks you'd like, checking if you got home safe, asking about things you mentioned days ago, starting conversations without prompting. The difference: there's a big difference between responding to your texts and actively initiating. Initiation shows she's thinking about you when you're not around. What men miss: they don't track who's initiating. If you look back and realize she starts 50% or more of conversations, that's emotional investment. The exception: if she initiates but conversations feel obligatory or short, that's different. Real attachment shows in initiation plus engagement. Bottom line: consistent initiation, especially without specific reasons, reveals she's emotionally attached and thinking about you regularly. Sign 2. She actively makes time for you in her schedule, even when she's busy. You're not an afterthought. You're a priority. The psychology: people make time for what they value. When a woman is emotionally attached, spending time with you becomes a priority, not something she fits in if convenient. What this looks like: she rearranges her schedule to see you. She turns down other plans to be available for you. She makes effort even when tired or busy. She makes suggestions and plans in advance to secure time together. She's flexible and accommodating about timing. The research, attachment theory, shows that emotionally bonded individuals prioritize proximity and time together. Making someone a scheduling priority indicates emotional investment. Why it matters: women have busy lives, work, friends, family, obligations. If she's consistently choosing to spend time with you over other options, that's significant. What you'll notice: I moved some things around so we can hang out. Planning dates a week or two in advance, sacrificing sleep to see you, including you in her existing plans, getting annoyed when scheduling conflicts prevent seeing you. The contrast: women who aren't attached will see you when it's convenient, cancel easily, or always have something else going on. What men miss: they don't recognize the effort she's making behind the scenes. She's not just showing up, she's actively choosing you over alternatives. The reciprocity test: if she consistently makes you a priority, but you don't reciprocate, the attachment eventually fades. Mutual prioritization matters. Bottom line: when you consistently take priority in her schedule despite her being busy, she's emotionally attached. Sign 3. She remembers small details about your life, preferences, and past conversations, showing she's genuinely paying attention. The psychology: when emotionally invested, women engage in active listening and memory encoding. They remember details because you matter to them. What this looks like: she remembers your coffee order, preferences, habits. She recalls stories you told weeks ago. She asks follow-up questions about things you mentioned. She remembers important dates, events, or appointments. She brings up small details you barely remember sharing. The research, studies show that emotional significance enhances memory. When someone is important to us, we naturally encode and recall more information about them. Why it matters: remembering details requires attention and mental investment. It shows she's not just hearing you, she's actively storing information about you. Examples: how did that meeting go that you were nervous about? Buying your favorite snack without asking, remembering your friends' names after meeting once, recalling your childhood stories or family details, knowing your schedule and checking in appropriately. The difference: compare this to people who forget what you told them yesterday. Attention and memory reveal importance. What men miss: they assume everyone remembers details equally. Actually, memory correlates with emotional investment. She remembers because she cares. The test: notice if she references things you mentioned casually weeks ago. That level of retention indicates attachment. Bottom line: consistent memory of small details reveals she's emotionally invested and paying genuine attention to you. Sign 5. She actively integrates you into her existing life, friends, family, routines, and future plans. The psychology: when emotionally attached, women naturally begin merging your life with theirs. You're not kept separate, you're woven in. What this looks like: she invites you to her regular activities or events. She includes you in future plans naturally. She talks about you to people in her life. She wants your worlds to merge, not stay separate. The research: integration is a sign of serious emotional investment. Studies show that people only integrate partners they see long-term potential with. Why it matters: integration requires emotional commitment. She's signaling to her social circle that you matter, which is vulnerable and significant. Examples: come to my friend's birthday party with me. Introducing you to her family, including you in holiday plans, talking about trips or plans months ahead with you in them, wanting you to meet her important people. The contrast: women who aren't attached keep you separate from their main life. You don't meet friends, family stays distant, and you're not in future talk. What men miss: they underestimate the significance of being invited into her world. It's a major attachment indicator. The stages: integration happens in stages. Meeting friends comes before family. If she's introducing you to family, attachment is deep. The reciprocity: if you're not willing to integrate her into your life similarly, attachment imbalance creates problems. Bottom line: active integration into her life, friends, and future plans reveals serious emotional attachment. Sign 6. She initiates physical affection freely and frequently. Not just sexually, but casual touch, closeness, and physical connection. The psychology: physical touch is an attachment behavior. When emotionally bonded, women seek proximity and physical connection naturally. What this looks like: she touches you casually, hand on your arm, leg, back. She initiates hugs, cuddles, or physical closeness. She sits or stands close to you consistently. She plays with your hair, holds your hand, or touches your face. She seeks physical comfort from you. The research: attachment theory identifies proximity seeking as a core attachment behavior. Oxytocin released through touch strengthens emotional bonds. Why it matters: women who aren't attached maintain physical distance or only engage physically in sexual contexts. Casual affection signals comfort and attachment. Examples: grabbing your hand while walking, cuddling while watching TV, touching your face or hair while talking, leaning against you naturally, initiating hugs or kisses randomly. The difference: sexual touch versus affectionate touch. Emotional attachment shows in non-sexual physical affection. What men miss: they focus on sexual touch and miss the significance of casual, affectionate touch that reveals emotional bonding. The comfort indicator: if she physically relaxes around you, falls asleep on you, lets her guard down, seems comfortable and safe, that's deep attachment. The public versus private: if she's affectionate both publicly and privately, attachment is strong. Hiding affection publicly may indicate less attachment. Bottom line: frequent, casual, non-sexual physical affection reveals comfort, safety, and emotional attachment. Sign 7. She actively supports your goals, celebrates your successes, and genuinely wants you to succeed and grow. The psychology: emotionally attached women invest in your well-being and success. Your happiness becomes important to her happiness. What this looks like: she asks about your goals and encourages you. She celebrates your wins genuinely, not superficially. She supports you during challenges or setbacks. She helps you problem solve or offers resources. She believes in you and your potential. The research, studies on attachment show that emotionally bonded partners experience capitalization, shared joy in each other's successes. Why it matters. People who aren't emotionally invested don't care much about your goals. Genuine support and celebration indicate she's attached to your well-being. Examples. I'm so proud of you for helping you prepare for important events, checking in about projects or goals you mentioned, offering encouragement when you're doubting yourself, genuinely excited when good things happen for you. The contrast, women who aren't attached may feel neutral or even threatened by your success. Attachment shows in genuine celebration. What men miss, they don't recognize emotional support as an attachment sign. Her investment in your success reveals her attachment to you. The jealousy test. If she's secure and celebrates your wins, including those involving other people, attachment is healthy. Insecure attachment may show jealousy instead. The reciprocity. If you don't support her goals similarly, attachment imbalance weakens the relationship. Bottom line, genuine support, encouragement, and celebration of your success reveal emotional investment and attachment. Sign 8. She shows signs of jealousy or protective behavior when other women show interest in you, revealing emotional investment. The psychology, mild jealousy is a normal attachment behavior. When emotionally invested, women become aware of potential threats to the relationship. What this looks like. She notices when other women flirt with you. She asks questions about female friends or coworkers. She gets slightly possessive or protective. She marks territory subtly in public. She expresses discomfort with certain situations. The research, evolutionary psychology shows that mate-guarding behaviors increase with attachment. It's a sign of investment and fear of loss. Why it matters. Women who don't care don't get jealous. Jealousy, when mild and healthy, indicates she values you and fears losing you. Examples. Who is that texting you? Subtle body language changes when women approach you. Holding your hand more in public. Mentioning she's your girlfriend to others. Asking about your plans with female friends. The healthy versus unhealthy line. Mild awareness and slight protectiveness equals healthy attachment. Constant suspicion, control, or extreme jealousy equals unhealthy attachment or insecurity. What men miss, they either don't notice subtle jealousy or misinterpret it as crazy behavior instead of recognizing it as an attachment indicator. The absence issue. If she shows zero jealousy ever, she might not be attached. Some jealousy is normal in attachment. The communication. Healthy attachment allows her to express jealousy or discomfort and have it addressed constructively. Bottom line, mild, healthy jealousy and protective behavior reveal she's emotionally attached and values the relationship. Sign 9. She accepts your flaws, quirks, and imperfections without trying to change you fundamentally, showing genuine attachment to you. The psychology, early attraction focuses on positives. Emotional attachment involves accepting the whole person, including flaws. What this looks like, she sees your flaws but stays anyway. She doesn't try to fundamentally change who you are. She accepts your quirks with humor or affection. She's patient with your bad habits while gently encouraging growth. She doesn't threaten to leave over small imperfections. The contrast, women who aren't attached will leave at the first sign of real imperfection or constantly try to change you. What men miss, they don't realize that her staying through your flawed moments is a huge attachment sign. Anyone can stay when you're perfect. The growth versus acceptance balance. Healthy attachment involves accepting who you are while supporting growth, not demanding you become someone else. The vulnerability connection. Your willingness to show flaws and her acceptance creates deep bonding. Bottom line, genuine acceptance of your flaws and imperfections, not just your best self, reveals deep emotional attachment. Sign 10. She naturally includes you in future talk and plans, not pressuring, but naturally envisioning you in her future. The psychology: when emotionally attached, women naturally think long-term. Their mental timeline includes you, and it shows in casual conversation. What this looks like: she mentions future events with we language. She talks about things you'll do together months ahead. She includes you in hypothetical future scenarios. She discusses future goals with you in the picture. She makes long-term plans that assume you'll be around. The research: future orientation with a partner is a strong indicator of attachment and relationship commitment. Language reveals mental models. Why it matters: women who aren't attached avoid future talk or keep plans short-term. Natural future inclusion shows she sees long-term potential. Examples: when we go to future trip months away. If we ever have kids, hypothetical future. Next year we should, including you in career or life decisions. Talking about meeting each other's extended family. The pressure versus natural distinction. There's a difference between pressuring you about the future, anxiety, and naturally including you in hers, attachment. What men miss: they panic at future talk instead of recognizing it as a positive attachment sign when done naturally. The mutual importance: if she's including you in her future but you're not including her in yours, attachment imbalance creates insecurity. The stages: future talk evolves. First it's next month, then next year, then someday. Each stage reflects deepening attachment. Bottom line: natural, unpressured future orientation with you included reveals she's emotionally attached and sees long-term potential. Here's what ties everything together. Emotional attachment isn't one behavior, it's a consistent pattern across multiple areas. The 10 signs of emotional attachment: she initiates contact consistently, she makes you a priority in her schedule, she remembers small details you mention, she's vulnerable and opens up to you, she integrates you into her life, she shows physical affection freely, she supports your goals and celebrates wins, she shows mild jealousy or protective behavior, she accepts your flaws and imperfections, she naturally includes you in future talk. The pattern recognition: if you're seeing 6 to 7 of these signs, she's emotionally attached whether she's explicitly said it or not. What men miss: they're waiting for her to say, "I'm emotionally attached," instead of reading the behavioral signs that clearly communicate it. What this means: if she's showing these signs, she's invested. How you respond to her attachment will determine whether the relationship deepens or she pulls back.